What was the most satisfying act of revenge you've ever gotten on someone? I like the small revenges, the ones that happen in passing. I intentionally called an old bully the wrong name when I saw him years after graduation. Like, "Hey Brian, good so see ya."
His name is not Brian.
I drive a truck with good off-road suspension. Someone in a nice Mercedes sedan was heavily tailgating me through a section of road that has a few unexpected speed bumps. I did not slow down for these speed bumps, and since they were following so close, neither did they. I hope it was an expensive repair bill. I saw sparks, so they at least probably had to check their pants after. Not hating one of my exes. She literally thrives on hate, and basically ignoring her drove her completely insane. Very satisfying. When a car was riding my ass while I was already going well over the speed limit, and I saw a big dead skunk in the road. I waited until I was almost to it and swerved at the last second, and they nailed it. They slowed almost to a stop, and I lost them in my rear view. That was satisfying. I sent a glitter bomb marked personal and confidential to my former boss, who is a prick.
Boom.
At 70 plus, the best revenge is reading their obituary. Prevented them from getting hired where I work. It wasn't revenge, really. But there was a guy who came into my work and recognized me. He didn't look familiar, so I brought up different places that I'd worked that he might know me from. I think he didn't come out and say how he knew me because he was with a woman. As he walked out, he told me his name. That's when it clicked. He was my ex-boyfriend. It was an unintentional burn that he totally deserved. I mixed a half cup of sugar into a roommate's liquid body wash because he never cleaned up after himself. After a week of him constantly feeling sticky and unclean, he became a neat freak and started taking better care of the apartment. Seeing the improvement, I tossed out his body wash and replaced it with a new bottle. A coworker kept taking credit for my work, so I started documenting everything. The next time it happened, I had receipts. Watching management connect the dots was incredibly satisfying. My high school bully became an influencer. Watching him beg strangers to smash that like button felt surprisingly healing. Left a printed manual for a printer that was notoriously broken sitting on my former boss's desk, highlighting the page on how to clear a paper jam that was actually impossible to fix. He spent his entire afternoon trying to troubleshoot a machine that was just missing a vital internal plastic gear I'd tucked away in my own toolbox. My college roommate ate my clearly labeled birthday cake my mom mailed me. I waited 2 weeks, then mailed his mom a very detailed letter about his browsing history.
He cried.
I regret nothing. Got my shitty coworker with the double fish prank in his office. Threw a dead fish behind his desk while simultaneously duct taping a second fish under one of the drawers. Eventually found the first fish and thought the problem was solved. That smell was the gift that kept on giving. Ignoring his periodic drunk voicemails that came in at 4 in the morning after we broke up 2 years ago. I got another like 3 weeks ago, and hearing how desperate he is for me to call him back is funny AF. Like, bro, we dated for 3 months and you were the reason we broke up. Cheating, victim blaming, slut-shaming 5-year-olds, putting your hands on me and my animals. Yev, man, you can keep crying in my inbox. It's hilarious TBH. Edit for grammar/spelling fix. My junior high school bully is a homeless drug addict. I'm making $200K/year and have a happy family. I caught my ex in bed with my best friend literally red-handed. He left his car parked on my drive for days. I emptied out a sodden wet cat litter tray, all inside the interior. The little bits of urine stinking gravel went in between all the little gaps. And my friend he was seeing behind my back turned out to be a proper psycho, and she's hounded him for life since. Living well. I've just focused on myself and my goals and my family while his life has circled the drain because of his poor decisions. Life and shitty people's character end up getting revenge for you. She left me at a house party to hook up with an abusive ex. Her sister was very welcoming for THR rest of the night and the morning and the afternoon. At school, one of the bullies had a car, so for 3 months straight my friends and I would steal a valve stem every chance we had. Best part was it was a car with no tire sensor, so he would drive on it for a bit before realizing. The cherry on top was it was an AWD, so he had to get 4 new tires. I took everything my ex could throw my way with a smile. I told my little girl it was fine and someday she would understand. She's almost 30 and has minimal contact with her mother. I started my day with her and my 2 grandchildren and a parade food and live music at the park and then some carnival rides. I played the long game and won.
À l'école primaire, je me faisais toujours voler mes biscuits fourrés au chocolat. Le professeur n'a rien voulu faire, alors ma mère est allée en pharmacie prendre une seringue. On a rempli le biscuit à travers le papier discrètement avec une bonne dose de tabasco. J'ai vu la voleuse de biscuits hurler dans toute la cour et devenir toute rouge. Elle a foncé aux toilettes boire de l'eau. Rien n'y faisait. Depuis ce jour-là, plus jamais mon goûter a été volé.
I put a large can of sweet corn in their campfire while they were sleeping in lawn chairs because they were drunk. They were pissed off when the can exploded. It covered everything. They made fun of my long hair. 1978. I'll tell you in 10 years when my plans reach their fruition. I stay with my friend of 30 years part-time. He started drinking again. He's not good at it and is a complete ass. About a year and a half ago, he just pissed me off. So, I set the Alexa in his bedroom to go off at 5 a.m. with positive affirmations. He can't figure out how to shut it off and has no idea how it got there. He's sober now, and it still gives me great joy when I hear it go off and he yells at her so pissed off she woke him up. Playing the long game.